Your Honor, the state of Indiana would call Brandon Fisher, please.
Witness sworn.
Sir, would you state your name, please?
Brandon Fisher.
Mr. Fisher, how are you employed?
Oh, currently?
Yes.
I'm employed.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And at 1.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what he said.
Could you repeat your answer, sir?
I am employed, yes.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Let me back up. Mr. Fisher, I'm just gonna have you don't need to lean into the microphone. It amplifies for the audience, but not for us. But just use your best outside voice, so we can hear you. Fair enough?
Fair.
I'm really struggling with hearing people today, so I may ask you to speak up at times, just so I can understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Okay. So again, will you state your name, please?
Brandon Fisher.
And will you spell your last name for me?
FSHR.
And at one point, were you employed with the Indiana Department of Corrections?
November 7th, 2022 to June 1st, 2023.
And which facility were you employed at?
Westville Correctional Facility.
And before becoming a correctional officer at Westville, did you go through?
High school, a little bit of college, but no expertise.
Okay. Did you go through special training with the Indiana Department of Corrections?
Yes.
Before you became a correctional officer?
Yes. I did a 2-month training from June 7th to January 7th of 2023.
And what shift did you work while you worked with the Indiana Department of Corrections?
I was on J Group, that's a 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. shift.
And what unit within Westville did you work?
WCU.
And are you familiar with Richard Allen?
Yes, I am.
How do you know Richard Allen?
I know Richard from watching over him.
While you were employed with the Westville Correctional Facility?
Correct.
And at some point during your career there, were you assigned as a suicide companion for Richard Allen?
Absolutely.
And did you do that on a regular basis during your shifts?
Yes.
And what time period were you assigned as a suicide companion for Richard Allen? Meaning, what was it for the full year? Was it a period of months?
Oh, it was a period of months.
And did you watch him each time you came on duty for your shift?
Yes. That varied. Sometimes it could be 12 hours, it could be 4 hours, it just depends on the staff.
And while you're watching him as a suicide companion, did you fill out logs coinciding with that duty?
Yes, I did.
Can you tell me about those? What are they called?
I mean, it's Suicide Companion. I can't think of the name exactly.
If I told you it was Suicide Companion Watch Reports, would that be accurate?
Accurate.
I'm gonna show you what's been marked as States Exhibit 301. Are you familiar with the documents within that packet?
Yes.
And what would you describe those as? What are they?
Pretty much their logs, you know.
The Suicide Companion Watch Reports?
Yes. They.
And who is the author of these logs that you're looking at?
That would be me.
And how do you know that?
Well, it's in my handwriting, my initials with the name.
You're the initials down the right-hand side, those are yours?
Yes.
Judge, the state would move to admit what's been marked as States Exhibit 301 into evidence, please. States Exhibit 301 offered.
1 second, please. No objection.
All right. Without objection, 301 is admitted.
And Judge, I know this is getting repetitive, but if I could follow the same process with the jury, I'd publish that so they can follow along.
You may.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Fisher, I want to go through this state's exhibit with you. First, I want to draw your attention to the first page, April 20th of 2023. I want to direct your attention to 6:25 p.m. on that sheet. What did Mr. Allen say during that date and time?
6:25. Richard claims he wants to talk to the warden and confess he is guilty. He said it 2 times, but I believe I was trying to say that, it says, per management. He always says that.
Okay. And so at this point in time, he said it to you twice?
Yes.
Okay. And are you making these notes and these logs in real time?
Yes.
Meaning as he's saying these things, you're writing it down?
Yes. Well, not exactly as he's saying it, but, you know, you have to make a log. I believe it was like every 15 minutes of what he's doing. So if you remember it within that time period, then that's what you would go on, you know, what he said, what his interactions were, what he was doing.
Gonna draw your attention to the next page, on April 29th. Draw your attention first to 6 p.m. What did Richard Allen say during that time?
Richard claimed he killed 2 girls in Delphi with a box cutter. He stole it and left it in the CVS trash. He said he is tired and he keeps asking for a doctor from Delphi and he keeps asking for my bottle of water and he claims he wants to write a confession.
Gonna draw your attention to 7:45 on that same day. What did he say?
He is now lying down on his mattress and he got up and took meds at 7:57.
And so he took his meds on that day and time?
Yes.
I'm gonna draw your attention to the next page, on May 18th. Draw your attention to the time of 8:15 p.m. What did Mr. Allen say then?
He killed Abby and Libby had a small gash over his head from banging, which I'm gonna say banging from, on his little wall.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what the judge. Could you ask him to repeat that, please?
Could you repeat that, sir?
Oh, when I meant banging, when I wrote this, like he would do something.
And then, Mr. Fisher, I want to go back to sorry the second page, on April 29th at 6:30 p.m. What did Richard Allen say then?
Richard continues to talk about Abby and Libby, says he was going to rape them, but not scare them, and then he panicked and killed them instead.
I don't have any other questions, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Rossi.
So you also provided a statement to the police on October 30th, 2023?
Okay.
Do you recall the police come up there, talking to you?
October 3rd? Yes, Mr. Harshman.
Did you review that before you came in here to prepare for today?
Yes.
And there was some problems with the recorder when they came to speak with you?
At the very back end.
So then they had to go back through it all again?
No. We continued.
Okay, so you worked at the DOC for about a year?
Not a year, 7 months, no, 8 months I believe.
You got fired for providing false information on your application?
Judge, I'm gonna object. It's outside the scope of direct.
Sustained.
But he asked him where he worked.
Sustained.
Wasn't false.
No, sir. I've sustained the objection.
Okay.
You're not working there anymore.
No.
You never saw Rick do anything suicidal when he was there?
From Richard?
Yeah.
To most people it would look like it's suicidal, but if you knew him, then it was just a act.
Okay, did you tell me that you never saw him do anything suicidal when I took your deposition on April 18th, 2024, up in LaPorte?
I'd probably say yes.
Okay, and you were never told anything about his mental health issues before you went on the unit, were you?
No.
You never talked to Dr. Walla about him?
No.
You didn't even know who she was when I talked to you up in LaPorte, did you?
No.
You said there are times when he was on his meds and times when he wasn't taking his meds?
Correct.
And you worked 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.?
Correct.
So you weren't seeing anyone else on the unit other really than the nurse, right? Occasionally.
Nurse gives out meds at about, in between 7 and 8, so.
And you told me you weren't seeing any mental health staff between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m., were you?
Okay. Nurse, mental health staff.
No.
I seen the nurse, yeah.
Well, but not mental health staff, right?
No.
Medical staff?
No.
You saw Richard with feces all over his face?
Yes.
And you would agree that that's strange behavior, right?
Working in a prison, that's something you would see.
Okay, yeah, we've had this conversation. It's normal behavior in a prison, isn't it?
I'd say on the outside, no, it's not normal. On the inside, yeah, you could see something like that.
Yeah, the stuff that goes on inside that prison, entirely different than the things that go on out in normal society, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct.
You said many times that Rick was precious cargo is what you said, right?
Yeah, and?
Kind of upset you, didn't it?
No.
So precious they locked him up in an 8 by 12 cell, right?
I'm gonna object to that, Judge, and the form of the question.
Sustained.
Can I say something about that?
No, sir.
Okay.
You have to wait for the questions.
All right.
You ever watched anybody, in the time that you were there, the 7 months you were there on that unit, that hadn't been in any trouble before?
Repeat that.
Have you ever been assigned to supervise anybody on that unit, in the time that you were there, that had not been in trouble before in their life?
No, not one-on-one, no.
He told you he killed the girls, right?
Yes.
And he told you with a box cutter, right?
Yes.
And he said he stole the box cutter, right?
Yes.
He tell you who he stole it from?
It says CVS.
Okay, he stole it from the place where he worked?
Okay.
And he told you on April 29th of 2023 that he wanted to write up a confession, right?
Yeah.
And do you know he had already written a confession before that?
No.
Directing your attention to the entry on May 18th, 2023, you see that at 8:15 p.m.? Strike that, 8 o'clock. That would be the third page of your report, sir. May 18th at 8 p.m.
Okay.
You see that?
Affirmative response.
Yes or no?
Yes, I see it.
Was Richard Allen banging his head on the door?
Yes.
And asking for somebody to read the Bible to him?
Yes.
And he said he killed Abby and Libby at 8:15, right?
Yes.
You noted that he had a small gash over his head.
Yes.
But he wasn't banging it very hard, right?
No.
But he still banged it enough that there was a gash?
Okay.
Yes or no?
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, you said that some people didn't like monitoring him because they knew what he did, right?
Yes.
I mean, there were actually guards in there that didn't want to sit in front of him because of the things he had been accused of.
Judge, again, asked and answered objection.
Well, I'm asking him to clarify that.
Overruled.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I couldn't.
I said overruled.
Right?
Correct.
So people were already treating him as if he had been convicted?
That's false.
He told you he lost his virginity to his babysitter next door? He told you that one night, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Crazy stuff, wasn't it? Right? He was 11, he said.
That's correct.
Told you he was raped at age 11, right?
That's correct.
He also told you that they, the girls, were screaming when he did this, didn't they?
That's correct.
Those are the words he used, screaming?
That's correct.
You remember other inmates yelling at him, telling him to kill himself?
Yes.
Calling him a baby killer?
Yes.
You made some comments that he was acting like he was living in the 1300s or 1400s. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember what I said, yes.
Like he was living in medieval times or something, right?
Yes.
And you knew that he was telling the truth because of the look in his eye is what you said, right?
That's correct.
You have some special skills to look in people's eyes and determine.
No, I do not.
I don't have anything further.
Mr. McClelland.
Mr. Rossi was asking you questions, and you testified that you believe the actions that Mr. Allen was displaying was an act. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Why do you believe it was an act?
I believe it because when you're sitting there anywhere from 4 hours a night to 8 hours a night to 12 hours a night, what are you going to do? It's one-on-one, it's you and him. We spoke a lot, we had conversations. I never had any issue, like big problem, with Alan, never, to the point where, we would talk about his upbringing, his childhood, like, things that he liked to do. I remember he would always say, can you just read like Psalms 25 for me?
What did you say? I'm sorry, I'm just having a hard time hearing.
He would always want me to read like a Bible verse for him, cause my thing was, I would sit there and watch him and I would read.
At one point, you had a conversation with him about, or you heard him say something about when he put the feces on his face. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And he made a statement that stuck out to you. Is that right?
Yeah.
What was the statement?
I won't be doing that again.
So he rubs feces on his face, and then he makes that statement to you?
Correct.
I don't have any other questions, Judge.
Mr. Rossi.
And then he did it again, didn't he?
If he did, that had to be like on a not her shift that I didn't know about. I knew about that one specific time.
Do you think that you can tell whether or not somebody has mental health issues by looking them in the eyes? You said it earlier.
Well.
Think you can?
Let's put it like this, I'm 38 years old, never been in any trouble, knowing right from wrong, somebody is mentally ill, I think there are various ways to point out if they are or not, I think that.
But do you think you can tell if somebody's mentally ill by looking into their eyes?
Not in their eyes, no.
Yeah, Rick Allen had a mental illness because he was in that facility. Would you agree with me that being locked up in that 8x12 cell was not helping?
Judge, can you restate the question? I couldn't hear the beginning. Did you say Richard Allen had a mental health illness?
If Rick Allen had a mental illness when he was locked up in Westville, would you agree with me that being locked in that 8x12 cell for days and weeks and months on end would be detrimental to his mental health?
I'd agree.
Right.
I'd agree.
You said that you knew right from wrong and you'd never been in trouble, right?
Correct.
But you lied on the application, didn't you?
That's false.
It got you fired, didn't it?
Judge, I'm gonna object. It's outside the scope again. This is the second time Mr. Rossi's tried to do this. He's blatantly violating the court's orders.
He opened the door. He says he knew right from wrong.
Sustained. That's beyond the scope.
I don't have anything further.
Does anybody on the jury have any questions for Mr. Fisher?
Sidebar conference conducted.
Who is Jerome Roby that's listed on the first page of Exhibit 301?
I'm okay with it.
Companions were allowed to talk with / interact with offenders. Did your training tell you or is it protocol to try to de-escalate or merely observe and report?
Okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Why is Brandon testifying for Jerome Roby, which is the name of the companion, inaudible? We already.
Yeah.
Already dealt with that.
Sidebar conference concluded.
Mr. Fisher, on the first page of the exhibit that you have in front of you, could you tell us who is Jerome Roby?
Jerome Roby was another guard.
Another guard.
Yeah.
Any follow-up, Mr. McClelland?
Mr. Fisher, his name is at the top of this sheet on page 1 of State's exhibit. He was another guard at the correctional officer at the facility. Is that correct?
Correct.
But even though his name's at the top of the sheet, are you still the one that made the entries on that sheet?
Yeah, these are, except for one.
Except for the last one?
Except for the last one.
But you made the other 3 entries how?
I mean, I just wrote them in.
Well, are those your initials on the right-hand side?
Yes.
Okay.
Right, those are my initials.
And so you made those 3 entries? The first T3 entries on the first page of that State's exhibit?
Yes.
Okay. No other questions, Judge.
Mr. Rossi.
No other questions.
Companions were allowed to talk with and interact with offenders, is that correct?
Yeah. It wasn't any, they didn't tell you, say, hey, don't talk to this guy, or this, that, and the third. It never happened.
Mr. McClelland.
No questions, Judge.
Mr. Rossi.
1 second. If the warden testified earlier and said it's observation only, would he be wrong?
No, he wouldn't.
But you say it's okay if they talk to offenders.
Observation if you're noticing or if you're writing down stuff that they say. I don't think that's the issue.
Companions allowed to go out and tell everybody else on the cell block what's going on in there?
Judge, that's outside the scope of the jury question.
We're asking about companions. I think it's within the scope.
No.
Okay.
Nothing further.
Did your training tell you or is it protocol to try to de-escalate or to merely observe and report?
Observe and report.
Any follow-up, Mr.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Razi?
No.
All right. Thank you, sir. You step down. And may I have the exhibit back? Thank you. You may call your next witness.